Currently, I am a teacher who is planning my own wedding right now. I'm also prepping two brand new courses that I've never taught before, on top of taking two master's courses myself. I find often with all the stuff going on in my life, a really big time crunch. There's never seems to be enough time to get everything I need to get accomplished in a day. And as they say, time is money. However, if there were a centralized place where teachers could share past lessons that they have done that worked well or that they're currently working on, it would save me and other teachers a lot of time and undue. And I know I'm not the only one that feels this way either. There are lots of young teachers who feel overwhelmed with the time it takes to create these new courses from scratch, especially when they're teaching something that they've never taught before. The same thing goes with older teachers as well, who maybe are teaching a course for the very first time. There is a market out there for this kind of platform. It could be used by both new teachers and old teachers, and can be used for when they're creating a brand new course that they've never taught before, or if they just want to get new ideas on how to teach different concepts. It can also be used to improve their teaching practice, or to increase differentiation either with assessment or instruction. That's a very time-consuming practice to create those lessons, and that's really the burden that we're trying to help alleviate, or even to increase student engagement. One of the strengths of this market is that there is a large market globally. There are teachers everywhere in the world, all with unique talents and ideas. When teachers are first developing courses, this would be a great place for them to gain some new ideas or give them an idea of where to start from. So there is a large market that would. The other nice thing is that teachers are very familiar with social media. A lot of them already use it in their personal lives. So it'd be nice to choose a platform that adapts various techniques from social media that currently exist. The other idea is that it would be great to give them an opportunity to collaborate on lessons. There is the potential to create amazing lesson plans through collaboration with other teachers. It's an area that has not really been explored yet. On Google Docs, there is the potential to work with others when creating a lesson. However, you have to be invited to share in that work. There's not currently a platform out there where you can just work on any lesson that's out there. One of the current weaknesses in the market is there are not too many people who are willing to openly share their lesson plans online. A lot of people keep their lesson plans very close to them as it's their intellectual property. There needs to be a platform that is open and that works on the idea of a Creative Commons license. This allows people to openly share their work, edit the work that's on there, and use the work. Another weakness within the market currently is that it can be very time-consuming to find relevant information that you're looking for. There's a lot of lesson plans that you can find online, but to sift through it all to find a specific expectation that you're trying to meet can be very, very time-consuming, and that's really what we want to help ease the burden of. It would also be beneficial if you could break down into specific subcategories, so specific science topics, so chemistry, biology, physics, and then you can even break that down further into the expectations within those. Another weakness in the market currently is that there's a lack of teacher needs that are addressed by the social media. A lot of social medias are used by teachers, but they are not fine-tuned to what teachers need out of them. So, teachers adapt and use the programs to the best of their abilities to meet their needs. How could we create a social media program that is purely based on what the teachers need? So there are currently a lot of opportunities in the social market media. The biggest thing is to find an easy to share and collaborative platform. The reason why we want to do this is that way anyone can access it. You can collaborate on any lesson. We can get lots of ideas into one place to create the best lessons, to create the best education for everyone. Although curriculums vary from place to place, the same general ideas are there. We can fine-tune it by themselves specifically to meet the needs, but the base will be there. One of the other things that is really important is that the social platform is visually appealing and easy to sort through. So whether that is tagging it with keywords so that I want to find an accounting lesson on T accounts, it's going to pull up accounting lessons on T accounts, not various other topics. Having it visually appealing, something similar to, say, Pinterest, where you can kind of see what it is all about before clicking on it, so you have some sort of idea of what it's about. The other big opportunity here is that the teacher needs are driving the platform. So making sure that we are creating the social media based on the needs of the teacher rather than the teachers having to adapt the social media to fit their needs. In order to capture the market, we need to be focusing on them. Another opportunity is secondary school literacy-based lessons. Literacy is really important in the schools right now, especially with the Ontario Secondary School Literacy Test. However, a lot of the literacy resources are elementary-based. If we can get some cross-curricular literacy items in there, teachers outside of English will be more willing to use them. There are currently some threats in the social media sector, such as Google+, Pinterest, Twitter, Evernote, and Google Docs. Although these are used currently, they are not as big of a threat because they're not so teacher-driven. You could also create this platform as either profit or non-profit. If a non-profit would create a larger market because teachers wouldn't feel as if they're being swindled. However, you could always move into a profit-based venture by seeking advertising revenue. There's a definite venture opportunity. If you have the visual appeal of Pinterest with the collaborative component of Google Docs, focus solely on the teacher market, and if you start off as a non-profit, then move to profit-based with advertising revenue.